I warned you a long time ago, Elisabeth. Not to name this ministry after a man or a woman. Even before there was a ministry, I put it in your spirit. For none of this has been done by your hand. None of this has come forth from your mouth. It is from the mouth of Yahweh that has given birth. It is from the mouth of Yeshua, your Mashiach, that has given birth. It is from the mouth of the Ruach HaKodesh, your Emia, that has given birth. If it had only been by your hand, it would have failed long ago. It is by the Shekinah glory's wind that blows across this earth, the holy wind of revival. It is not by your breath, or it would have failed.
Now, my children, I take your faith to a new level. See yourself on an elevator. See yourself where you first began. And the closer you get to heaven, I take you to a new floor, a new elevation of your faith. I am teaching each of you. I am your individual teacher. Each one of you have my ear, have my eye. All you have to do is surrender your lives to me and say, I do not want to do this my way. I know each one of your fears. You cannot hide them from me, so you might as well confess them so I can alleviate those fears. There is no shame in fear, unless it stops you from doing what I have told you to do. There is no shame in grief, unless it stops you from doing what I have told you to do. I have given you all your jobs. You call it a job. I call it a calling. But I lay out the plans as a blueprint for your life. Some of you cannot see the blueprint clearly yet. It takes an expert to read a blueprint. But through your faith, you will read that blueprint. Through your faith, you will hear my voice. Through your faith, you will see through my eyes. For there is not one sacrifice that you do unto my glory, as it is found pleasing unto me as a sweet fragrance to my nostrils. You will be rewarded. This reward shall follow you to heaven. There are those that will only make heaven with their last dying breath. But my bride, you are not counted among those. You have rewards that follow you, for you serve me so faithfully. This Hanukkah, you rejoice as you have been taught, that it is my conception. Am I not Yahushua, your Mashiach, your guiding light? The Orthodox Jews celebrate the Festival of Lights and do not even understand they celebrate who I am. You tell them, Elisabeth, let this ministry shout it loud and clear. It was more than oil lamp that did not go out. I am that living oil lamp. I am the living oil, and no man can take my life. I willingly laid it down and I picked it back up and lived again. I've given you the revelations. This ministry has spoken it forth, and shall continue to speak it forth. I am honored that you want to celebrate my birth on this earth. And I told you, it was at the time of Sukkot. Teach them. I raise up the YDS, the ones that carry my name, Yahushua Demon Stompers. Because it is the internet, you cannot say the reason why, but you are to call them to an assembly, a prayer especially, covering you in those days. It is urgent that they fast and they pray. Urgent that they fast and they pray for those that I lead to do so. For I place this ministry on the internet, and my word shall go forth in hardbound books. And Catharina, just as you think you got one job done, I've told you a minimum of 4 hours on each book as you work on one book at a time. My beloved Catharina, your job has just begun. Adam, my beloved Adam, you only think you know Catharina. Both of you shall go to a new level of faith as you get to know each other in a new way. I do not speak of marriage yet. I want to repeat this again. Oh, my darling ones, put your faith in me. Allow me to stretch you in ways you've not been yet. Beloved son, how I rejoice in you. Adam, but you think you know so much about women, and I laugh at you, for you have so much to learn. You see, I know how Katharina is to be, so handle her. As a fragile vessel she is, just like Nico learned. It's easy for you to speak, Adam, how you think he should handle his wife. But each china vessel, and I use the word china, for it is the most fragile of the vessel, are uniquely made. You cannot compare one to another. I have taught Nico, you will not do it man's way, for these women first belong to me. And when you speak out of your flesh, you will find that they offend very easily. So Adam, you have much to learn. So for now, do not speak of marriage. I have taught you both so well. Adam, oh Adam, I tell you this day before your birthday, you are so precious to me. You need your space also, Adam, just as Katharina does. I'm not going to say much more, but do not allow Satan to rush what is not meant to be yet. Do not allow the lust of the flesh to interfere with my perfect timing. Oh, how much I love you, 5. Oh, how much I long for my bride. I could offer you $1 billion palace on this earth, and if you had your choice, you would say you could keep it, Yeshua. I just want my heavenly palace to behold your face, to walk on the streets of gold, to be surrounded by holiness. Hang on, my children, for just a little while. Hang on, my babies, hang on, my bride. It's not long. Now you'll be by my side. Just do what I called you to do, for the time is shorter than short. Keep feeding my sheep and lambs, so they will not wander off. Nico, you wonder where you're going to get all this time. Allow me to give you that plan. All of you, I tell you this, do not fall into the sin of assumption and assuming you know what I'm doing. There's one thing you will know. The plans I made for you are only for your good, and I will not let evil touch you. My beloved son Jean, how pleasing you are to me. All your family scorns and mock you, but you finally realize I did not lie. I told you not to trust your biological family, but still you insisted. You would not have left America without your brother by your side. I knew what he was going to do. I knew how he would hurt you. He allowed the lust of the flesh to drive him, and I knew you're still praying that I still will intervene and change his mind. But I will not cross his will, just like I won't cross your will. But Jean, I've given you more blessings, for now you shall have your own place. But remember this, Jean, you will never be alone. I eat with you, I sleep with you. Greet me in the morning, bid me good night. I am there, Jean. You always known this, but now your eyes will be fixed on me in a new way. I already told you, Adam, anoint the house, not only inside but outside. Anoint the driveway. Take this seriously. Take not for granted the anointing of the house that you are now in. Adam, this must never stop. This is a weapon given to you. This blocks the enemy out. Pour a little bit of oil on the driveway. This is the new teaching I give unto you, and ask for my legions of holy angels to surround and guard the house. Adam, continue to feed my sheep and lambs, for Poland is a wildfire that's never gone out. Only when you get to heaven, Adam, will you see how much your hard work has paid off, as one Polish person after another will personally come and tell you. Adam, oh Adam, you are so pleasing unto me, and I guard your love, Adam, oh so jealously. Katharina, oh Katharina, you are so pleasing unto me, and I guard our time together so jealously. This is why I said it's not time to be married yet. I have ways of teaching you both that have not yet been done.